Morning students, welcome to the class. Today's date is 13/8/2021. As you know, we have been doing chapter 7, keeping healthy and safe, where we have learned about how to keep ourselves healthy and clean. Today we are going to talk about some don'ts that we should not do. So the learning outcome of today's class are: students will be able to recognize and learn the things which are harmful and they should not do it. So we are going to learn the do nots. Do nots means you should not do these things. Okay, so we are going to check some of the things, and it will keep, after learning those things, you will be able to keep yourself safe from those harmful activities. So the first one here is, do not light matchstick. We have matchsticks at home, right? So being a child, you should not light a matchstick, and also do not play with wires and switchboards. So we should not play with matchstick and we should not play with wires and switchboards, as they are very harmful. With the matchstick, it can get caught fire, and then with the wires and switchboards, if you're touching the electrical things, you might get shock, right? So that is why you should avoid playing with this kind of things. Next is, obey the traffic rules and observe traffic light carefully. Whenever you are on the road, we see there are traffic lights, right? This is the traffic light: red, yellow and green. So there is a traffic light in each of the corner, and whenever there are cars, you're going by car or you're walking, always follow the rules, because if you're not going to follow the rules, then you will met with an accident. Okay, and the next one is that always walk on the footpath. The footpath is given to you, the pavement or the footpath is there for you, so you should always walk on the footpath, but not on the middle of the road, because the vehicles are traveling on the road, and if you go in the middle of the road, what will happen? Same, you'll met with an accident. Next is, always keep a first box at home for emergency. First aid box is that box where we keep our important medicines which can be used in our day-to-day life. So we should always keep a first aid box for home. If something happens, if you cut your finger, we can put a Dettol and bandage and cotton, right? So if you have fever, we can have the medicines. So these are some of the things you should kept in the first box. It is also known as the first hand emergency box. The next one, always cross the road at the zebra crossing. So you can see here it is a zebra crossing. Why it is called zebra crossing? Because the color of the zebra is black and white, right? And the zebra crossing's color is also black and white. So whenever there is a zebra crossing, we should always cross at that point of the road, because at that time, when there is a zebra crossing, people who are driving the car, they slows down, because they know that this is a zebra crossing and people are going to cross the road. Then the next one is, never play on the road. This is one of the most harmful thing. So you should be avoiding playing on the road, as it is very dangerous. Okay, so these are some of the things from the roads. Always cross the road at the zebra crossing and never play on the road. The next we have, when you go with your parents on a car or in the school bus, do not lean out or get off from a moving vehicle. So we should not put our head outside or hand outside the window when the car is moving. Okay, when the car is moving or the bus is moving, it is very dangerous. And also we should not get off. We should not get down from the bus or the vehicle when it is moving, when it is still on the run. So these are some of the very dangerous things and we should avoid it. And the next one is, always wear helmet while riding. Helmet, it saves and protects our head. So that is why helmet is very important. Next, do not push others while going up or down the stairs. It is applicable not only at home but also at school. When you're going up the stairs or coming down the stairs, you should not push the other person or your fellow mates, okay, down the stairs. If you are going to push, when you are on the stairs, if you're going to push him or her, what will happen? He will roll down and fall, and he might get a serious hurt, right? Therefore we should not avoid running and pushing on the stairs. Next is, do not play with sharp objects like knife, nail, etc. So these are very sharp objects and they are very sharp, right? You have seen your mummy cutting the vegetables, or sometimes she might have cut her finger also while cutting the vegetables and cooking food, right? So we should not play with the sharp objects as you are very little. So they are very dangerous for you. The next is, do not touch hot things like iron, oven and heaters, because when we iron the clothes, what happened? The iron remain hot for a long time, even the oven and the heaters. So if you are going to touch it, what will happen? You will burn your hand or any body parts. Okay, so you should be careful with the things like iron, oven and heaters. Next is, do not run around the class. So this is also important because there are benches and desks inside the classroom. Now if you keep on running from here and there, what will happen? You are going to get hurt from the benches and desks. Therefore we should always avoid running around the classroom. Not only you might sometimes hurt your friends as well. Therefore you should be very careful. So these are some of the important do nots that I wanted to discuss with you. I hope you have got it, which are the things that are very dangerous and harmful for you. There are a lot more things. We have to be careful with it. But these are some of the points that I have took it out for you. So next time, whenever you are going to do this kind of things, please be careful and avoid the dangers that you are facing. So with this, I'm going to conclude my class. Thank you.